Are you ready for another relaxing paint? Well, today in my double loader, I've got my floating medium. This is the fluff that's inside paint with no pigment. So there's no color. We're using floating medium, which is that fluff that makes the paint fluffy without water. Because with one stroke painting, we need to blend, shade, and highlight and not have muddy. And floating medium keeps it from being muddy. All right, now all these supplies or on onestroke.com. All right, and it shows you here also where you can get it in this video, along with double loaders, which have a top and a sponge and a lid, so the paint lasts a long time for you, and you just wash these out easily. So what I want you to know is that these just help you make it easier. You can always use a foam plate, and I use foam plates and a palette that this goes inside. So my tools are my brush basin, my double loader, and my palette, which the foam plates are this fit into. Just wanted to remind you of that, depending on when you're watching this. All right, so what I want to share with you is practice strokes are simple studies that I want you to do homework, which means from now to next week, work on these strokes and then share them on our Facebook page. It's Donna Dewberry's official one stroke group. All right. And I'm sorry for the long title, but there's a lot of Donna Dewberry and one stroke sites. So this is the official one. All right. So I would love to have you join us. What we're using today is we're using citrus green multi-surface, and this is also multi-surface. They just don't have the new labels on this one, and it's a thicket multi-surface. Multi-surface means it goes on multiple surfaces, just like it says glass, metal, ceramic, canvas, whatever you want to paint on, paper today. And what's going to happen is there's a sealer in this, so that's what it makes it possible to paint on different surfaces. And outdoor, indoor, it's wonderful. All right, so those are the acrylic paint that we're going to use. They're by Plaid. I have all of them on my onestroke.com site for you to get. And what I want to share with you is this brush is less than $5 on the site. This is a 16 flat. And you can use a 12 flat, but most leaves that we're going to be doing for tulips and irises and any long bladed leaf that's on a flower like that, a lot of bulb flowers have this kind of leaf I'm going to show you today. All right. So I want to pick up, I'm going to kind of double load this by going in between the two colors and coming over and working it in. Okay, so working it in right here controls you so you're not all over the plate and taking off the paint we picked up. All right, so you pick up the first time and you push really hard and really fast. The second time you saw me doing it again, a little bit lighter pressure. And then from then on, I pick up, flatten, and I'm ready to paint. But on this stroke, we're probably going to use some medium, even though you have all that paint in there. I want you to dip into some medium and go 1, 2, and you're ready to go. Only do the medium every maybe third stroke. Only pick up at maybe every third stroke. All right, so let's start here. I'm going to get you over in front of me so that you can see this. And I might turn this because I want it at an angle when I start. I'll show you the difference. If I do it flat and have to turn it, it just doesn't, if that's in the ground, I know if you took a picture of a tulip with lots of blades, you might see a flat edge, but it doesn't look as pretty when you're painting it if you have all these flat edges. So you could have a chisel edge and a curved edge, but having the flat doesn't work well. All right, so I'm going to go back here because there's still paint right here for me. And then I'm going to show you if I start at an angle, I'm pushing this brush down at an angle. Let me turn it so you can see it. Making it full and then slide, 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 slide to a point, but you have to lift it to go to a point. Okay. So if this is the ground And we have all kinds of grass coming in here. All right. And we've got this at the bottom of the flower. Okay, so see how this one doesn't look as nice? All right. Now, let's do this again. I want to share with you one more time, a few more times. All right, so I'm at an angle and I can push and I can glide to the left. See, I ran out of paint there. I could start on this side and glide to the right. All right. So chisel, push, chisel. All right, that was just on the chisel, straight up, push, and then come back. All right, that's what the middle one is, which is nice also. All right, now see the shading? That's by, I've got the light to the dark and the pressure blends it, okay? So let's go look at a few more strokes. All right, so we're gonna pick up more paint. All right, this one's a bad one. I'm gonna do that so when you see the picture, you won't think it's good. I'm gonna go on my medium again. First time I went on my medium since the beginning. Okay, so I'm going to show you that I also have another way of, let's get way over here so that you're seeing. All right, so I chisel, stand up, chisel, stand up. Now that makes that blade of grass or blade of leaf turn part way. All right, like if the wind hits it, so it's pressure, lift, pressure, lift. All right, now I can do it even more. Let's come down here a little bit more. I can come up here, pressure, release, pressure. Oops. So I definitely ran out of paint and medium. So pressure, release, all the way to the chisel, all the way to the chisel, there. All right, so that looks a little odd. Let me do a different way. Pressure, release, roll it to the other side. All right, so by rolling it to the other side, it means it flipped. Pressure, stand up, lean it to the other, lean it to the other, and stand up. Now this one looks natural. This one doesn't. All right. That's just to give a different look. So I would just put that in the middle of one of these. More paint. All right. Are you starting to see the difference in what I'm talking about? Where some are rolling and some aren't. Okay, so now what I want to share with you is a really fun way to flip a leaf. Now I, for years, have flipped my leaf. I'll show you. I got more medium if you didn't notice. I flip my leaf by coming chisel, stand up, stand up, stand up on the chisel, roll the brush, and come back down. All right, so the light comes on this side and flips over that side. Okay, so let's try it this way. Chisel, push, pressure, stand up, roll the brush in my thumb. All right, so those are the two ways. This is, let me do this again. I want more dark right there for y'all to see. All right, so we're just going to come back here and put more dark right here. So then when I stand up on the chisel and roll the brush, then I have the light back. Oh, let me do that again. There we go. All right, so if you have enough paint on the brush, and see, I didn't have enough dark here, so I needed to do it again because you need the dark when you roll it to see that. Now, I'm not saying that's easy. I'm going to spend a few minutes more showing you that if I come here, I chisel, pressure, go over the hill, roll the brush. Oops. Let's do it again. All right, chisel, stand up, roll the brush, and come down. All right, so I could make that longer actually. All right, so I need you to concentrate now on how I roll that brush. So chisel, flat, stand up on the chisel, all the way up. So as I come here, I stand all the way up on the chisel. Then I just lay the brush down. All right. Now I'm going to put just a teeny bit of white so you can see the contrast a little better. Sorry. White. I got a lot of white. All right, so I'm just going to put a little bit of white on the citrus edge of this. So let's just get another sheet. All right, and let's start right down here. I'm going to move this right in front of you. All right, I'm going to chisel. Oh, I can tell already I'm dry. All right, so let's do this again. We're getting these two colors. We're working it in. All right, I'm going to get a little bit of white and work it in. And the white's going to help that show up against the green. All right, so I'm going to come back up again. Stand up to the chisel, and then lay the brush down. All right, so now you can see what that looks like, all right? All right, now I'm excited to share with you another way I came up with over the last years that helps people who are just having it difficult to do this side, because I'm going to stand up here. When I stand up, I roll the brush down. All right. So, and many people break it. So let me show you. They come up here and it looks like they broke it straight down. All right. So it's up and then they go like this. Up. And then they come like this and it's broken right here. All right. So we don't want these. All right. So I will show you. So this and this are good. Now this is a new way I came up with, and I think you'll really like this, but I'd like you practicing the other way first so you see what would be really nice. All right. So now watch this. I'm going to go to the left and to the right. I'm going to come over here again and show this to you. All right. I'm going to slide up and over the hill. All right. Now, this is dark on this side, light on this side. So when I pick up more paint, I need what's on the top. The top is the light. So I need to lead with the dark, but I'm following the color that comes last is the color that's on the top. So I'm going to come along here, follow along here, and just drop this stroke. Okay, well, I don't have it dark enough for you to see here. All right, so I'm going to get fresh paint and let's do this again. I really want you to see what's going to happen here. I have to now have enough of the dark and the light, and I need some medium. All right, so let's try it again. Let's put the dark on the top. All right, so the dark is on the top. Now I'm going to follow. The light's going to lead, the dark's going to follow. And it's going to go along here and drop down. All right, so I don't have to turn the brush at all. Now on these others, I had to come, push, stand up, and roll. And that's a little difficult. But if all you have to do is come up, stand up, lift the brush up, and drop it, then it's easier, okay? So let's go over this again. All right. So we're going to come up, chisel, stand up. I'm going to have the dark come here, and I'm going to let it drop, okay? Or I can come up. All right. And when I do this, I can let this go out and up like this. So I don't have to just drop it. Now, I want to show you these strokes again. It's up, more paint. It's up and go over the hill and stop. All right. And so if I'm practicing, I'm going to go up and over the hill and stop there too. All right. So watch me really close. I'm going to have the light coming here. It's going to go along the top line. And then I'm going to stop. So see, the dark is under here and the light flips over. See how it looks like if you were in decorative painting, traditional decorative painting, you would sit here and you'd have to blend, 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 blend all kinds of colors in here and then come up here and blend to get those colors in. But we're doing it in one stroke. If you can see that, you just get the color you want, like you want it on your brush. And then you're going to come back and stroke in one stroke and get this. All right. So let's come back over here to this guy going reverse. So, and this time, all you do is the dark is following. So I take and run along here and then stand up. All right. So if it's not quite like I want it, it's okay to come back and touch it. See that? Now, the difference is, this is what people do not do right, is that they're coming up and they get all the way up to here. See, you got to really use medium because you run out of paint. So let's start again. Say we're going to come up to here. And then this is what many people think I'm doing. I start here and I just go like that. That is not what you want to do. Okay, I want that nice roll over. Okay, so let's put the two strokes that it is. It's up and over. Okay, and the second stroke is we're leading with the dark green and we lay down. All right, so it's two strokes, 1, 2. All right, so that should help you. This is number, oh, there's no pencil left. Okay. All right, this is number 1. And this is number 2. And it's no matter which way you go, whether you're going left or right, it's 2 strokes. You follow along, you follow, and then you drop. And you can curl it down or curl it up. See, this one goes up and this one goes down. All right, and this down is the chisel. So it's pressure, come over, release. All right, so practice, practice, and share with us. It's real important that you put it on the Facebook group so we can see, or you message me on Messenger at Donna Dewberry and say, how am I doing? Because this is practice strokes. I want you to learn. If you're out there doing even my level 2, where we're doing some of these strokes, it would help you to be able to go and learn these. So see you next week. Practice. Thank you.